Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peterisms, where I tell stories of my life and just little things that I have learned as I have grown into the person that I am today. And today is like a perfect Halloween day outside. It's spooky and stormy, and it's dark outside, and it's been dark and windy and stormy all day today. Now, I have to tell you, I prefer Halloween days a little drier, but this has been perfect. I was driving around listening to my audiobook earlier. It's very scary, and it's Halloween themed because the murder happens on Halloween. Well, several murders happen on Halloween. But anyway, so yeah, it's been like a perfect Halloween day, but I can't believe that Halloween is right around the corner, and then it's Christmas. I know, it's Christmas. To me, November 1st is the beginning of Christmas. I know people are like, there's Thanksgiving first. To me, November 1st is the beginning of Christmas, and I'm really excited about Christmas this year. I don't know why, and I'm excited to put up some decorations and, of course, do my front porch. You guys know I love to do my front porch. And then after that, hey, after Christmas on my front porch, you know what's next? Summer. So I have that to look forward to. All right, let's get into today's meditations. If you guys are somebody that watch over here every single day, I am going to be pre-filming some videos over here for this weekend, maybe even tomorrow, because I want to just kind of like hang out with my husband, and we've got some things that we're doing this weekend for Halloween. So I don't know how much I'm going to be able to sit down and actually film. So between today and tomorrow, I'm going to be trying to pre-film some videos for this weekend. So depending on how many videos I get pre-filmed for over here will mean how many I put up this weekend. But I'm going to try to have a video for every day over here. Okay, so I think today I might do like tonight and tomorrow, and then tomorrow do Saturday and Sunday. Get it? Okay. Or I might just do all four right now. We'll see. But I have 2 review videos that I have to do for this weekend tonight as well. So anyway, my husband's getting home late tonight, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to sit here and film this stuff. I'm going over to my best friend's house later because we're going to film a video about the Real Housewives. So I'm doing that later tonight. But for right now, it's time for meditations. All right, so I just grabbed the Daily Book of Positive Quotations, so let's get into that first. October 28th. Let's see what it has to say to us. I went right to November 4th. I wonder what that means. October 28th, Voices Within. The more faithfully you listen to the voices within you, the better you will hear what is sounding outside. Dag Hammarskjöld. Listening to the radio or watching television, we constantly encounter opinions from people who seem pretty sure of themselves. Newspapers and magazines are full of columns from experts on every topic imaginable. And then there are our friends, family members, and coworkers all eager to dispense advice. Our head is filled with the noise of all these opinions, noise that sometimes only confuses us. Our opinions can be informed by these other voices, but the one voice we always need to hear is our own. I value the opinions of others, but experts and people I know and respect. I value the opinions of others, both experts and people I know and respect, but I am a reasonable person with gut feelings that also need to be heeded. I think it's a good meditation. You know, I think sometimes we don't trust ourselves enough to make hard life decisions or choices, and I also think that sometimes in life, it's easier for us to listen to the advice of other people, and then the one person that gives us, I mean, we've all done this, right? But then the one person that gives us the answer that we want to hear is typically who we go with, right? You know, something that's interesting is, back in the day, you know, I learned this, I don't know, probably 15 years ago. I was having a hard life decision I had to make. Well, it was right around the time that my mom passed away, but it was before that. You know, I was like, I had several hard life decisions, you know, and I think it's part of just growing up. And I can remember calling my dad and saying something to my dad, and we kind of got in this argument, and I was like, you know, whatever. And, you know, he said to me, who do you think taught me everything to do in life? Like, you have to make choices at some point, and some are right and some are wrong, and that's how you learn in life, you know? And I remember him telling me that, and with a specific situation that was dealing with my ex, a romantic situation, a relationship, I can remember thinking to myself, I talked to, you know, my best friend, I talked to my sponsor, I talked to, you know, some other people about it, but at some point I just was like, you know, like whether or not it was about whether or not I was going to stay in the relationship, you know, and I was like, this is a decision that I don't want to look back on 6 months or a year and be like, yeah, this person told me that, or this person affected my decision. Like, this is a decision that I need to make on my own, right? And I can remember that. And even afterwards, people are like, you didn't even say anything to us about it. And I was like, no, I didn't want any of the noise, you know? I think so easily in life we get distracted by the noise. And one of the things that my sponsor always says to me is, you know, when I'm over here and I'm talking about this, or I'm talking about that, or I'm talking about this, she'll say, you know, this is all like just a lot of noise. Like, why are you looking for distractions? Like, what's really going on right now, right? Like, she always wants to peel back the layers of the onion and say, like, what's really going on? And my counselor used to do that too. You know, he would say, like, what's really going on right now? Like, we've sat here and you did what my mom used to call a press conference, where you sit in a counselor's office and you just give a rundown of the week, right? But what's really at the core of you going on? Because I do truly believe that all of us at any moment, like, know what is really going on with us. Like, we know what our issues are. Like, if I'm off, or I'm not having a good day, or I'm really upset, like, I know what's going on with me. I do better than anybody else, right? So why am I going to 15 people and asking them for their suggestions? I think it's different when we're talking about things like fixing your car, building a house, finances, things like that. Those are things that I have gone to people for forever. And I have to say that I think the opposite of that is true sometimes, where I think my best thinking is good, but my best thinking usually got me where I'm at. Sometimes we say that in recovery, like, my best thinking got me here, right? So, you know, I have several people in my life that, I have somebody in my life that I really highly respect and value from a financial point of view. Like, they make very good financial choices, and I go to them with financial issues, and I'll say, like, you know, what do you think about this? And they're always honest with me, you know. They tell me what they think, and whatever. You know, I have my sponsor for my spiritual and sobriety issues. You know, I have other people that I go to for other issues, you know. Like my friend Tanya, her husband is somebody that I always go to for anything to do with my house or anything to do with my car. So, you know, there's several people that I have for things like that, right? And I think it's important for us to lean on the expert advice or the more experienced advice of others, you know? And it's funny because, do you guys remember that song back in the day, Whatever You Do, Wear Your Sunscreen or whatever? And it was kind of a slow song. And then he would say things like, the lyrics he would say through the whole thing where we're, do you guys know the song I'm talking about? Where he was, you're not answering me? Okay. Do you know what I'm talking about? The one where he would say, you know, like, it was like just a list. I wish I had my phone. It was just a list of life lessons, you know? And it was like, do this. And, you know, he said, and there I can remember that advice is a form of flattery given to you, you know, on a memory or something like that. And, you know, I've never, like, I look at all the advice and the suggestions I've been given in my life, and it's just because people want me to have a better life. It's just because people want me to have an easier life that they give me those suggestions. So I think it's important for us to listen to those things and say, hey, listen, I really appreciate you giving me suggestions, and I'm going to listen to it. But at some point, too, like the meditation suggests, when it comes to life decisions, I think we have to make those decisions on our own, you know? So anyway, okay, let's get into the next meditation. I'm going to read from A Time to Be Free, Daily Meditations for Enhancing Self-Esteem, just because this is the next book that I grabbed. All right. October 28th. Affirmation. My priorities have changed dramatically, and consequently, so has the quality of my life. Where once I devoted my entire attention to the outer world, clamoring for ever more approval, love, and gratification, today I concentrate on nurturing and expanding my inner self. First and foremost, I have the willingness to do whatever is necessary to maintain my physical and emotional sobriety. Wow, emotional sobriety, something I just learned about recently, you know, like in the last couple of years is... That's what happens to me when I put down the drink or the drug, you know, and that's like for anybody out there that doesn't have an addiction issue. You can also have emotional sobriety. It's like, you know, do you ever feel like you're going on an emotional roller coaster? Well, that's not a good feeling, right? To lose sight of this priority would be to jeopardize all I have worked for and all I have gained. Personal integrity also is of paramount importance. This is because my self-esteem grows each time I uphold my values, speak my mind, evaluate my motives, and do the right things for the right reasons. Huge. Spirituality, too, ranks high as a priority, but it has become more than that. It has become the very core of my being. So long as I remain open-minded, rely on spiritual principles, practice prayer and meditation, and learn from my experiences, I will continue to grow spiritually. Amen. And so long as I grow spiritually, the quality of my life will continue to improve. Of that, I am certain. Thought for today, I will not lose sight of my priorities, for they are the guideposts of progress. I really like here where it says, personal integrity is also of paramount importance. This is because my self-esteem grows each time I uphold my values. speak my mind, evaluate my motives, and do the right things for the right reasons. Because I think that right there is the crux of have you grown as a person. You know, when you are holding to your personal integrity. I say this a lot, but I love the quote from the movie The Contender, that principles only mean something if you stick to them when they're inconvenient. You know, do the things that you believe in so heartfelt, you know, deep inside. Do you stick to those things in times that are difficult? Like, do you stand up to people, like maybe your parents or your spouse or a friend, when they say something to you that does not align with your principles? Or do you just keep your mouth shut because it's easier that way? You know, do you do the right thing just because it's the right thing to do, or do you do the right thing because you're looking for pats on the back? You know, there's no extra credit. Like, this is from another book that I just read. You know, the Aristotle and Dante discover or dive into the ocean, dive into the waters of the universe. You know, there's no extra credit for doing the right thing. But at some point, don't you just want to do the right thing? You know, one of the things that I've really come to realize in the last year is that I really want to be, like, I think my next step is, I really want to be a good person in everything that I do. You know, I really want to be, you know, I really want to take a look at, you know, everything from how I talk to people, which is one of the things I've really been working on, to, you know, just suiting up and showing up, to just doing the right thing, to doing random acts of kindness, to living as a good person, right? Well, there's no reward for that. But I think that it does feel good inside. The peace and serenity that comes as a result of that, the simple life, I think, that comes along with that, is so important and so enjoyable, you know? Great meditations today. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.